This is our top 5 rap albums of the year.
Well,
so we are only doing rap albums.
No. Stick with your list.
Stick with your list, G. Stick with your list.
Explain. This is a rap show, but you can explain why you picked what you picked. Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars,
your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode where we talked about the Deepwood series with our homie John Carruthers from Revolution Brewing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check them out. You can go online and see what they still have left as far as their Deepwood series. It's stout season and all that, but you know, they got the barley wine joints and all those other things too. So yeah, but everything barrel aged basically, you know. So but today is special, Kamal. We have Jerayll back. Jerayll is back.
J Ballin. No, for today we are doing our end of the year top 5 rap albums of 2020. Woo! Hubba.
Wow. That's
you really went like you went for it, man. Like you didn't. You
ain't slack at all.
No.
Yeah, man. End of 2020. What a year. Everybody know what we've been through, from COVID to riots to looting to deaths. Starting out with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Once Kobe happened, everything after has just been like a slope. You know,
it was all downhill.
Yeah, so the music was dropped. So we are shout out to everybody first of all who've released videos for the Super Friends top 5 rap out. Yeah, Super Friends top 5. You know what I'm saying? Today we going through our top 5 out. Okay. I have rap. All of my albums are rap, but you know, even the homie Dan, you know what I'm saying, hip hop's, I think his number 1 album of the year was What Kind of Music from
That's a good album.
Man, yeah, I'll talk about that. But so yeah, I don't know what you guys have. I have all rap. Maybe somebody has some R&B. Maybe somebody has something else. We'll see how this goes.
R&B almost snuck into my list. Let me shout out Cleo Soul, because that definitely affected me. You know what I'm saying?
One love.
Still listening to it, man.
It's a great album.
I'm going to go ahead and right now give that honorable mention for album of the year. Should have been nominated, all of that, man. It's a good album.
Okay. All right. But yeah, we have, you know what? I'll kick it off since I'm talking. We have to talk about beer. I know that it's stout season, everybody, when you watch this. This is stout season. Okay. Yeah, Jerayll. All right.
He must have a stout.
You already know.
Yeah, but I broke away for this show because this is a big show for us. We like to talk about the music and whatnot as far as top 5 and all that. So today I have a quadruple IPA. This joint coming in at 12%. Yeah, I know, right? A quadruple IPA, really. Hot Butcher. I got this joint a couple weeks ago. This is the Antimatter Manipulator. This is a Nectaron, Columbus, Centennial, Citra, Simcoe, and Mosaic Hop quadruple IPA from Hot Butcher. I've never had a quadruple IPA outside of the one that I had from my 4-pack. But fresh citrus, pleasant pine, and tropical fruit are some of the tasting notes on this joint. So I'm going to get drunk with y'all tonight, man, because this is a 12% quadruple IPA.
All
so,
right.
Yeah, man. It's a good beer, though.
I'll go.
Go ahead, man.
Tonight I am having something that my wife picked up today from Trader Joe's. I was like, I tried to pick up a real nice beer, so I'm like, you know what? I got you. I'm gonna rock with it. This is Velocity of Light. Velocity of Light from Pipeworks Brewing here in Chicago. Have we been there? Or we've had them on the show before for sure.
Definitely, yeah. Pipeworks is an OG of the Chicagoland area. So yeah.
This is the double hop oat IPA. This is 7%. I ain't going that hard, you know what I'm saying? You definitely almost doubled me. But yeah, we're gonna check it out, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna check it out.
I didn't even know that Trader Joe's was, because when I went to Trader Joe's for beer before, all their stuff was like their in-house breweries so they got Pipeworks in there, huh? Okay. Yeah, shout out Pipeworks. They the OG, man. Pipeworks, Unicorn versus Ninja, that's an OG one. And a couple other Piper, yeah. Right there, man. It's all good. But Jerayll gonna bring us back to the season. I know you stout guys, or you in-season guys. Jerayll bringing us back. Let's go.
Oh no, it's stout season all year round for me.
That's what I'm talking. You like what you like. There you go. That's what I want to hear.
I drink stouts in the summertime. Stouts, porters. Okay, they're lighter stouts. Every stout doesn't have to be super thick. The
high gravity joints. Yeah.
I have Central Waters Brewing Company out of Wisconsin, so Midwest, Chicago, not Illinois, but still, our neighbors. Yeah. It is a stout, Brewers Reserve. I don't see the percentage on here, but it's strong. So I drink this one often.
True.
Very tasty, kind of chocolatey.
Cheers to the new year, man. Cheers to the new year.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm feeling the body on that Pipeworks joint. You might have to save me one, and I'll trade a beer with you or something. I don't know.
Very, very thick in body, man.
Yeah, full body. Look pretty full body there, buddy.
Full.
But yeah, but I got Drew. I don't know. I've been having so many of the Rev Brewing joints from their Deepwood series. I was watching Queen's Gambit last night, which is fire. If anybody checks out
Netflix.
Yes, that's fire. And I passed out because I was drinking a straight jacket, which is like at 15.8%. I was just on the couch dead, G. So I'm taking a break today with another high alcohol volume beer. Like I'm tweaking, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm actually. I got a few of the 2020 Bourbon County joints that dropped.
Hey, Goose Island,
definitely cracking one of those tomorrow.
Yeah,
somewhere around midnight. Yeah,
I do have to make a Benny's run tomorrow. I don't know if they still have any there, but when I go to Benny's tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna be looking for some stouts. But let's get into the music, man. Let's talk about it. Very weird. Let me just say this: a very weird year for me. This list, I had to listen to rap for the past 3 or 4 days to make my list objective because I was in a non-rap, non-lyric mood all year. I didn't really want to hear rap because I really wanted to detox. I'm working crazy hours at home. My kids is in e-learning. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't in a rap mood all year. Plus, you have the stress and the angst of the world in general, right? So rap really ain't my go-to for when I'm trying to de-stress and whatnot. So most of my stuff on this list, I only listened to for maybe 2 or 3 weeks after it came out or when it came out. And then I was back into my John Coltrane. I was back into my Idris Muhammad. I was back into my my Hugh Masekela, you know what I'm saying? I was back in those bags, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the vibe I was in. So this was shut up, Kamal. This is it's a weird listening year for me because usually I know what my top 5 are going to be, but I really did not have. I didn't know. So since I'm talking, let's just go right into our 5s. I'll give y'all my number 5. Are y'all ready? My number 5 rap album of the year, So Help Me God, 2 Chainz. I think that 2 Chainz did a very good job of giving us that sophisticated trap music, but at the same time, he's swagging. At the same time, his beats are always good. He can rap. And what I like about him towards the end of the album, or a couple songs on here like Southside J, is that what it was called, I believe? Southside Hole, the joint with Rick Ross. He get introspective as well. And it was very Southern, some of the beats that he had on that joint. If you check this, or if you haven't checked it out yet, I would recommend that you check out Gray Area, which everybody knows Gray Area, so that's just ratchet. Young enough to that joint. And then Wait for You to Die, which is towards the end. So check those two joints out. I'm gonna kick it to Jerayll. Jerayll, what is your 5, my boy?
So I'm gonna if we're gonna start with me at number 5, then I'm gonna break away immediately.
Hey,
everything else is hip hop. I didn't listen. Like I really had to go back. There were only a few albums that grabbed my attention this year. I was listening to a lot of old stuff. A lot more like classic. A lot of soul, like 60s, 70s, man. I listened to a lot of 80s stuff this year. Like, it was kind of like it was just one of those type of years. And the hip hop I was listening to was old mostly, outside of a few albums that I'll get into later. But number 5 for me, it's actually an EP really. The Dinner Party with Kamasi Washington, Terrace Martin, Knife Wonder, and
Fire.
Robert Glasper. Really? Yeah. It was like 6 songs, but it did it for me. It was just a good kind of like. I mean, obviously there's still a hip hop element in there. You got Knife Wonder. I was surprised because you think about Kamasi Washington, Terrace Martin, and you think about Robert Glasper, and you always kind of put them in the same, But with Knife Wonder kind of coming into that fold, it was just kind of made it interesting. That made me look at Knife Wonder, So it just kind of grabbed my attention, and even though it was short, in terms of just new music this year, that's got to be that's up there for me. So a lot of people dropped music this year that just wasn't. It didn't really do what you thought it would for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this one kind of like it exceeded what I thought I was gonna get. So just on the strength of that, I had to put it up.
Word up.
Let me add one point before we go to Kamal. To add to that, people should also check out Conscious Conversations by Terrace Martin. Had a fire joint on there with Nick Grant, Dead Man Walking. It's fire. But yeah, I like Conscious Conversations. I was checking with Terrace Martin this year, so come on, my boy.
I really just got in tune with him in the past year.
Me too.
Or so.
Yep.
Yeah.
He been working. He works with Kendrick. He been doing a lot, man.
Yeah, absolutely out there.
Yeah.
So that's definitely my number 5.
Yeah.
Word. All right. So I'm gonna keep it real. First of all, I listened to a lot of rap this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with my honorable mentions. Actually, I'm not gonna even go into why they're honorably mentioned, but I really rocked with Lil Uzi's album. I really rocked with Eternal Take, man. Don't sleep on Lil Bro. I never knew he could rap. Like, I listened to some of his other projects, and I'm like, But this project, all right, Lil Bro, okay, I see you, you know what I'm saying? It's all turn-up music, but I felt it, though. I felt it, you know what I'm saying? And then Don Toliver out of the Travis Scott's camp.
It's a good album.
Heaven or Hell. Heaven or Hell was definitely like on repeat around here. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe, man. That man can make some music. You know what I'm saying?
Cardigan something, Mad Enough.
Yeah. He got some joints on there. But at my number 5 spot is an instrumental album, 1988 by Knowledge.
Nice.
This joint, I mean, it's instrumentals, and it's a couple of rap in there a little bit. But I don't know. There is one Anderson .Paak joint on there that was made for the album. But other than that, all the rapping samples, I think, were pulled from somewhere else. Yeah. But that's how Knowledge does, though. You know what I'm saying? If you follow him on Instagram or even follow him on Twitch, because almost every day, he does like live beat making on his Twitch, and it's a vibe, man. Like, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, man, like my kids know some of the songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like all throughout the year, it's like, man, if I'm cleaning up, if I'm doing anything, I could throw it
For
on.
sure.
And
For sure.
this is a vibe, G. 1988
For sure.
Knowledge.
For sure.
My number 5 spot.
Let's switch. Let's play around. Come on, go ahead. Go right into your 4.
My number 4.
Let's go back around.
Shout out to Griselda. West Side Gun, Pray for Paris. This for me is quintessential rap. You know what I'm saying? The rap that I like, that I grew up on was that I like really gravitated to was RZA's soundscape, his use of samples, and it was like a tapestry, like only built for Cuban links to the tapestry of sound. It sounded like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Iron Man, it sounded like with the samples, it sounded like a tapestry of art, you know what I'm saying? And Pray for Paris was that album for me that was the closest to all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got the rugged rhymes, you know what I'm saying? You got man, Freddie Gibbs got off on his joint. Like it's full of guest features, you know what I'm saying? It's like a celebration of rap. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of people on there. Wale is on there. Joey Badass is on there.
Tyler, Fire.
Benny, of course, Benny the Butcher, Conway is on there. Griselda fam.
Of course.
Man, it's like it's a fun listen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it came out in like February or something like that.
February, March, something like that. Yep.
Like early in the year, and it's something that I could definitely throw on. And this is it's another one of those tapestry of sounds and vibes, and it's a fun listen. It's a fun listen. West Side Gun, shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? Praise for Paris, man.
Jerayll, what's going
on? Number 4 for me, man, I had to go with Streams of Thought, Volume 3.
Okay.
I was
bumping that today at the gym.
I gotta go back and do my list over. Hold up. I forgot. God.
Bumping that joint.
Yeah. Black Thought, man, he really put together a nice project. It was he had like good features on there.
Yep.
I really like the joint with him and Schoolboy Q.
Fire. Steak fire.
Yeah. I really like that. And it's just classic Thought, man. Him just being him, you know, murdering like just so bar for bar, man. Like his wordplay is just so, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just his metaphors and things that he quotes. It's like, I don't know. It's just somebody that's like, you can tell has been rapping at a high level for 30 years. And it seems like he's getting better, man. Come on,
30 years, G. Yes, come on.
So now it's good to see him now just kind of like getting his shine away from the roots, with it just being him, you know, like with it just so he can get all the attention, you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing a lot of features, you know, he's kind of getting his flowers now, and I really just love to see it. And he dropped a quality project. He had like the EPs before this, but this was more like a full length. And and for him to have like actually, because I'm not gonna front, because I was hoping that it wouldn't be trash. I was really like, you know what I'm saying, even because like, it's not because just because people can really rap doesn't always mean they can make a good album. I didn't think that about Black Thought, but I was just kind of like, I just had a little bit of an anxiety before I listened to it. So it was very relieving when I actually finally got to it, man. It's just, you know, he really, he definitely dropped a quality project. And this was also something that came out. That was probably like February, I think, that this dropped.
This is later in the year, bro. This fourth quarter, actually. I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's fourth quarter. Yeah, it's fourth quarter.
the summer.
We just
No,
reviewed this a month.
no,
We just reviewed this a month or two ago. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Wait, streams of thought value 3?
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
He right.
You know what? Either way,
it don't matter, bro. Trust me, you good.
Yeah, but it's still a quality project. Quality project. You know what I'm saying?
OT.
Let me piggyback off what you're talking about right now. First of all, this is I did not go over yet my honorable mentions. This is in my honorable mentions. I would give Black Thought Lyricist of the Year if I can give that award out. I don't think bar for bar, no song for the year to me is better than Thought versus Everybody.
I agree.
He's rapping. Some 6'4" lyrically. What he say? I'm Master Killer and Hugh Master Killer. He was rapping on that joint. I don't think any song lyrically is better than Thought versus Everybody. And to watch him perform it live like he did on the Tiny Desk joint, y'all go check out Tiny Desk concert. He did that joint. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've been studying, bro. I've been studying. So, but yeah, let me go ahead. My number 4 for the year is From King to a Guy, Conway the Machine. Griselda.
Okay.
I think that the joint sounded very, very good. Mostly when we get these Griselda projects, you're going to get that brick talk. You're going to get that street talk. But I really think with songs like Singing Everything But Jesus, with songs like Frontlines and Forever Dropping Tears, you really got more so like an introspective Conway. And bar for bar, I don't lyrically, I think that Conway is the best lyrically in the group to me. I know people really rock with Benny, but I think that Conway to me is probably the best lyrically bar for bar. I think Benny is I'm talking my shit right now. Come on, yeah.
You're not crazy for saying that. You're not.
Yeah, no, but I mean, if I was to go through the whole album,
arguably,
it's not many skips on here. I think that Hit Boy laced him, Primo laced him on some joints. You have Spurs 3. You have the joint with Method Man. It just sounds to me better than. It feel like he really put the effort into this album. If I was to recommend some songs, they would be Frontlines. That's my joint. And Forever Dropping Tears, where he kind of gets into the story regarding his homie that's on the album is DJ Shay.
Yeah.
Is that? Yes. So the album is also centered around, DJ Shay kind of dropping, gems about the group, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And Conway, it's just a dope project to me, man. So that's my number 4. I'm going to go Jerayll, number 3.
You're a good moderator.
Yeah. My number 3 is King's Disease.
Oh!
Yeah.
Grammy nominated.
Yeah. I actually remember when this one came out. This one, I know that. but no, it was, Nas has a tendency to under-deliver sometimes when you really need him to. But this one, man, he didn't miss. Because Nas is notorious for picking garbage beats, right? And he's even though I think he has more quality albums than people give him credit for.
Facts.
He definitely but the thing is, he's always lyrically sharp, always. Even on the joints that are maybe people consider subpar albums, you can't say Nas was subpar lyrically. You've never really been able to say that about him. But when he said he was making an album with Hit Boy, I'm like, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So it was just really, man. It's just kind of to see Nas this real grown man rap Nas, really this is Nas really a king of rap, solidified. You know what I'm saying, Nas.
Yeah.
He can basically just speak on whatever he wants,
talk
about whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And he's rhyming with kind of this freedom that you really kind of haven't heard from Nas recently. Especially, like Nas had a lot of personal drama going on. He had all the shit with Khalees.
Right.
A lot of public stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the Life is Good album that came out of that was pretty dope.
It was pretty.
That's a good album.
Life is Good.
Is that a top 5 Nas album?
I don't know. He got a lot of decent albums.
I would have. I don't know, because I think King's Disease is a better album than that. So I would have to, because I think It Was Written is a better album than Illmatic.
Creatively, I agree with you. Creatively,
yeah,
it was mad creative.
But Illmatic, but you can't argue the Illmatic and It Was Written are 1 and 2, right?
For sure.
We'll bring you back. We'll argue that on another show. I'm ready for that.
Exactly.
I really like God's Son, though, man. But we'll talk about that. But yeah. I digress.
Yeah, but yeah, man. But the King's Disease, the only joint on there I kind of didn't like was the one with A$AP Ferg, the spicy joint.
5-0 foreign.
That's the one joint that was the bonus track, I'm sure.
Right.
But they could have ended at the song before that. It could have ended there.
Exactly.
King, that joint is fire.
Yeah.
It's triumphant. It's the best way to end out. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, but everything else on the album, like the album flowed well. The production was awesome. Nas was lyrically sharp, as per usual. And it was just really good to get I think it was a point in time where it was like Nas couldn't let us down. Like, it was too much going on. Like 2020, like Nas, like, you couldn't have you drop a garbage out. You know what I'm saying? At this point. And he didn't, man. Like, so I definitely have to put him number 3 for the year.
Word. I'll take that number 3 spot we doing. My number 3 is actually So Help Me God, 2 Chainz. I think that
little ratchet ass boy, go ahead.
See, the thing about 2 Chainz, I think he's slept on because he's Southern for some reason. I believe, because he is entertaining, but he has a lot of thought-provoking songs on here, actually. You know what I'm saying? For me, the whole thing was centered. There was and I said this when we reviewed it a couple of weeks ago, because it only came out like a month and a half ago or something like that.
Yes.
And it was hard for me, like, man, I like this album, but is it top 5? And the more I listened to it, you know what? I saw myself actively going to it because the beat-wise is good. And then you have songs, like you mentioned, They Wait For You to Die, which is a serious topic.
It's a very serious. It was,
like he's talking like like all of the songs towards the end, Vampire.
The last half of the album is very introspective, man. On
very
the low.
Introspective.
On the low, yeah.
Young, Rich, and Black, YRB, with Rick Ross.
Fire joint.
He'll give you that ratchet music, but even in songs with Mulatto, Quarantine Thick, part of the hook is no matter what you do, don't let them judge your past. You know what I'm saying? It's like throughout the whole project, there's a theme of karma. You know what I'm saying? And him feeling bad about things he's done in his past. Man, I shouldn't be here for the thing that I said to my mama. You know what I'm saying? And there's a thread of feeling like he doesn't deserve where he is because of the thing that he used to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very conscious thought from a rapper like 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think that. But all of that mixed in makes it a good album. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you that ratchet, but also he's giving you thought-provoking moments here and there in the early half of it. and then toward the end, it's all like the last 4 songs are all like thought-provoking songs. You know,
those last 4 songs got me through a couple runs, man, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I think it's a solid album. I don't understand, and this is why I can't stress about these other lists that are out there. You know what I'm saying? Because
Do your list, bro.
Because how are you overlooking? Like I see a lot of Alfredo. I see a lot of Conway. I see a lot of Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? But how are you overlooking?
You gotta relax.
Chains, G?
You gotta relax.
How are you overlooking Chains? Don't do bro like that. And I feel like his last album wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even okay. It was not good. You know what I'm saying? But Pretty Girls Love Trap Music was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
It was fire. So don't count him out. You know what I'm saying? But
he had the cheat code, though.
Well, he did.
That was a cheat code. Mike Dean was on Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. If it already any music that has to do with Mike Dean cannot be counted at all.
But
sorry, but okay.
Number 3 of the entire year, 2 Chainz. Do yourself a favor and listen to 2 Chainz.
All right, I'm gonna go through real quick. Number 3, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Alfredo.
True.
And the reason why, I mean, I thought it was going to be higher on my list, but I think The Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs are the perfect contrast from the standpoint of a producer and a rapper. Freddie Gibbs what I mean is this, right? I think that because Madlib and Freddie Gibbs' joint was on my list last year, right? Madlib joints is hard, right? But I think that Alchemist has this more smoother production as to where he's not really focused on like crazy chops and whatnot.
True.
Freddie Gibbs' flow a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like the contrast of that kind of rapid fire flow with these laid back beats for me.
For sure.
This joint is fire to me, man. I think that Freddie Gibbs is hit the later end of his career, what he's done with the bandana and the Alfredo. Like he's really, to me, one of these like cult following type rappers. You know, we talked about, I don't know if it was with Jerayll or whoever it was, we talked about like rappers that had those cult followers. Like Freddie Gibbs got some fans. Like,
he does.
Joe Freddie Gibbs the best rapper in the build. Like, hold on, fam. Just hold on for a second, man. But God is Perfect, G. Skinny Suge. Come on. Hey, Skinny Suge is beautiful. The guitar that I don't know where Alchemist got these obscure samples from, but the laybacks drums that he usually chooses. Sometimes I don't even know if Alchemist is just beefing up the drums in the sample, or he adds a little bit here and there to accent the drums of the sample. And that's beautiful to me, man. That's what I like about Alchemist. Sometimes you can't tell. It's like, is he accenting here, or did he just beef up and somebody EQ the drums in the sample? I don't know. But Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, Grammy nominated.
Jerayll, what's your number 2?
2, yeah, number 2.
Number 2. My number 2 is The Allegory, Royce da 5'9".
Wow! Grammy nominated.
This is why I'm happy we got Jerayll here, man, because we all gonna have these lists that's gonna have different.
I forgot all about that album, man.
I told you, for me, anything that existed before March, almost the world shut down in March, and it's very
early in the
we liked that album, G. We liked that album. Go ahead, Jerayll.
January.
Right, no, it was February. And
February.
That's the album that came out in February. That's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So my bad about the Black Dog, but yeah, this one. And Royce the 5'9" was one of those people that could rap his ass off, but really couldn't couldn't do a quality album. But he's dropped a few good projects, man.
Yeah.
In the last few years, and this one,
yeah,
the Allegory, man. I mean, it's so and it's once again, it's somebody that's kind of it's kind of in their glow. You know what I'm saying? It'd be really, really. I've been rapping for a long time. You know, I can basically do what I want to now. I can put out the music I want to do. And just to see how far he could go with it. It almost came across especially then, man, he was just almost doing spoken word. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of it was almost prophetic and all the stuff he was talking about, and then into the type of year that we had, dealing with global politics. So and on top of that, man, he was just rapping his ass off the entire time.
He was.
A lot of good features on there, man. Yeah, it's so I know there's probably not an album that a lot of people are gonna say.
No, some people. I think people are gonna check for. I think this is gonna make a lot of lists, honestly, for super duper hip hop guys and whatnot. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's
man. I'm happy you nominated. He gets
he deserved it because this was I mean the way it sounded, so much instrumentation on there, not just kind of a choppy, just real, just straight hip hop Detroit shit. It was just real. It was real. It was so soulful, man. Very thought provoking. The whole album project kind of it was a central theme. It kind of stuck to. And like I said, and for the times, man, for him to come out with that in February, and just for us to experience this type of year that we had, he kind of almost set the tone in terms of thought processes. So, and for that, for being a fucking prophet, basically, Nicodemus. I'm gonna have to let Royce have to have his number 2.
Word up. OG.
Yeah, man. And let me I'll piggyback some off Jerayll there. This is why I felt my list felt very disingenuous, because I know albums like this existed, and I know that this album came out before I really, really, before when the world just really shut down. And I know I was rocking with this. So Apple shows you at the end of the year the songs that you was listening to.
Right.
I Don't Age is up there. Product of the Dope Game. Mama had that joint was in my, I think top 20 or top 15 songs of the year. But I think that was a dope album, man. I damn near forgot it. Whatever. All right.
That dope man on this, but yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I told y'all we kicking it tonight. I have a Toppling Goliath pseudo pale ale here. I'm on real number 2 here.
Drink?
Yeah, you know what? Hey guys, New Year's Eve is tomorrow, right? So fuck it,
I've been double fisting it.
Hey man. Hey, look here. This is gonna be a good show right here. Toppling Goliath. I rock with them. They're out of Decorah, Iowa, I believe. But I'm gonna crack this joint as I give y'all my number 2. My number 2 album of the year. Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof. And the reason why, there is, I don't know, when you think about Griselda, you either gonna say Conway or Benny are the best, I would say. The reason why this made my top 5, or why it's number 2 for me, is simply because it's one of those joints that I kept going back to. Usually in a year not like this year, my lists are based upon what I was rocking with the most. And songs like Legend and songs like One Way Trip with Freddie Gibbs, you gonna cry in this. Hey, girl, is you gonna cry in that Toyota or this Maybach? Like, which one you gonna cry in? Which one is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? One Way Flight, the joint with Ross. To me, Benny this album really sounded like mid-90s for me, man. Hit Boy produced it. Flowers for Hit Boy. Hit Boy had a crazy year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really did.
It sounded good. It sounded cohesive. It's not many songs on this album that I skipped. The joint with Wayne and Big Sean was good. Like I said, the One Way Flight joint with Freddie was good. And he has I think it's introspective. I mean, I think Benny gives you a lot of the same stuff. He gives you the tales of the street hustler, and I know that kind of becomes at some point for most people, you know, not sure what the word to say here, but like it becomes like, dang, here we go again.
Redundant.
But to me, with the production on this joint, you know what I'm saying? I think it was, come on, you said this is the plugs I met was harder. It was not.
What?
I just wanted to throw a meek, mop.
See,
but
now you about to get me started.
Yeah, man. As I pour here, yeah, I think that number 2 for the year, Burden of Proof, Benny the Butcher. Come on, kiddo.
Yeah, my number 2 spot is actually something that I haven't seen. I'm very surprised, but I'm actually gonna do Drake at number 2.
Here's the thing, you are lame, G.
I'm actually gonna do Dark Lane demo tapes.
Wow.
And here's why.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, people hating on Tootsie Slide. Tootsie Slide is a good song. Tootsie Slide is a good song. I tried doing a dance and I can't do it. I mean,
even though Laugh Now, Cry Later was a much bigger song of the year.
Well, yes, but
and Pop Star.
But well, nah, not for me. Not Pop Star for me. But I mean, from deep pockets, the man is going in. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that joint hard. You know what I'm saying? Deep Pockets is a dope story.
Deep Pockets is good.
When the Same Wind is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like everything on the project except the very last song. I think War, he made it a single. Like, he came out with that video earlier before that project dropped. And, you know, I didn't know if it was a official album or if it's like a mixtape, but whatever it is, I didn't take it serious at first because it's like, is this a mixtape? But I'm like, you know what, let me throw it on. And it's like, this is good, G. This is good. I like all of these songs. He is good at melody. I'm not a fan. Like, it's hard for me because I'm not a fan of his personality. I just think that he do a lot of corny stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the man's music is undeniable. I can't. Like, losses, he rapping. You know, like, to be honest, he got some questionable lyrics on here. You know what I'm saying? It's like at least 1 or 2 lyrics on here. And I'm like, what, bro? But the music is good. I can't help it. I can't help it. Like I would have been playing I wouldn't be true to myself if I said, hey man, I can't put Drake in there. But
no, that's fine.
Man, this man got joints, G. This man got joints, man.
If you was really rocking with this, I'm not mad at you.
Bruh.
But if you start listening to this yesterday and was like, you know what? Okay, all right. I'm not mad then. I'm not mad.
Nah, and what's tripped out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on the Apple Music, man, you see how it's moving? What the freak type of stuff is this though? Like,
look, let me tell you right now.
The joint is mesmerizing, G. The joint is mesmerizing. Look at this.
Yo, what?
Jerayll trying not to argue with you right now.
And I can see. I know how Jerayll. Look. I know how Jerayll feels about Drake. I already know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I can tell right now, Jerayll is like,
this isn't one of our long-lasting conversations because I mean we've got some conversations that will never
shit.
But
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you.
Hey man, for me, man, I can't I already knew when I put this on the list. I'm like, I already know people gonna have some stuff to say about it.
Damn.
How can you have a show called BEERZ BARZ and have Drake?
No.
Bro, this man got joints on here, G.
Look.
What? From Florida with Love is hard.
Hold
man. Come on, fam. He got some good. Desires with Future is hard. Man, this man got some joints on this.
Look, the funniest thing is I don't know any conversations you and Jerayll have ever had. But I'm watching Jerayll, G, and it's like, this man Jerayll is trying so hard. It's just like, come on. Like, come on, at this point, so.
Hey, look, I've been real respectful of y'all trash list thus far. No, I'm just playing. I rock with all these artists.
Look. I'm going to keep it 100. Before we go to, okay, we're on Jerayll's too now, but I'm going to keep it 100. So I told you Apple has your top listens of the year. And Chicago Freestyle is like number 11 on my joint. Which is, it's number 11 on my joint, I believe. It's up there, But, again, this goes back to my year. I have run playlists. So these Apple lists are kind of biased because if you see what I do, I run like every week, like 15 miles and shit. So if I'm running a lot and these on my playlist, then of course these songs are going to get spins. But that's surprising. So let's go to Jerayll. Number 2 to you, sir. We on number 2, right?
No. Actually, so I just did my number 2. I'm actually number 1.
Wait.
Okay.
You number 2?
Yeah. So my.
You did do number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my 5. So just
do a
recap. Do a recap.
Number 2.
I did. Burden of proof.
Oh yeah, number 2. Okay.
Right. So quick recap. My number 5 was The Dinner Party. My number 4, I gotta look back at my list.
Good call, yes. Recap, yes.
Right, my number 4 was The Streams of Thought.
Yep.
My number 3 was The King's Disease. You know what I'm saying? Big Nas. Number 2 was The Allegory. And my number 1, this is gonna be sort of anticlimactic because it's already been mentioned, but Alfredo, I didn't play anything more than I played Alfredo this year.
Wow.
Let's go, Jerayll. Let's go.
So, and I know what you talk about, like with Freddie Gibbs having like a cult following, right? Freddie Gibbs definitely has a cult following, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to, Freddie Gibbs can rap, man. Like I love Freddie. He's from GI, which is kind of like we kind of claim them if they famous.
Yeah.
Like we low key be trying to claim Jackson 5. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Gary, Indiana is very close, but but Alchemist, and I mean, and it's not like Freddie Gibbs ain't been dropping quality projects. You know, I mean, he's constantly working, constantly putting out music, but. Man, when I heard that shit, like from number 1,
microphone check the mic 2 1 check. That shit hard.
That's Scotty.
That shit hard.
That's Scotty Beam.
That joint with Tyler the Creator is hard, G.
The song and Tyler actually went in on there.
He did.
The song with Benny is cold. Yeah. The song with Conway.
Yes, I like that joint.
All of me.
Man.
Damn.
Conway got introspective, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I probably played this album nothing but that for like a week straight when it first came out. Like, it was in constant rotation, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I just based this as strictly off of, I didn't listen to anything more than I listened to Alfredo.
That's how you make a list.
Anything that came out, it got some replay, like the King's Disease, definitely got a lot of replay. Allegory, like everything. But for like, I will say for a week straight, I listened to nothing but Alpha.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, that has to be number one.
Okay. Before I get into my one, let me go ahead and shout out my honorable mentions. I want to shout out Open My Eagle, Anime Trauma and Divorce.
Word.
Very good album. If this album had it came out earlier in the year, based upon the Apple algorithm, there are like 3 songs that are on different playlists for me that be popping. Run of Jewels, RTJ4. Back at it like a crack, bruh. That song, the intro song, The Yankee and a Brave, G, is one of my favorite songs of the year. They killed that joint. And then a slept on album. You guys might be sleeping on this album. Not you guys, but out there. And, Amine, Limbo. That's a decent project, fam. That's a very good. He snapped production wise. He's different as far as what he has some good introspective. He has this theme of Kobe meaning something to him and Kobe dying and talking about that.
Yeah.
He has a dope song on there about how he's black, but his girlfriend is like white, and how like that whole thing. He has some dope stuff on there. Shout out to that joint. I already mentioned Black Thought Streams of Thought. Streams of Thought Volume 3. So my number one album of the year, man, my most listened to during any time period. Like Jerayll said, most listened to. Pray for Paris. Pray for Paris. Yes, man. Yes. West Side Gun, Pray for Paris. So this came out, April, May-ish, maybe? I think somewhere around, I don't know, but
more like March, April, I think.
This was at a time when the pandemic was going down, everything was going crazy.
Yeah.
And when I would do my long runs, I do my 7-8 mile runs on my trail, whatever. This joint used to get me through for a lot of reasons that Kamal said. I think that it's the most woo album we've had since people was checking for woo albums for what woo does, right? And what I mean is that this joint is abstractly cohesive, right? Like it just reminds me of like listening to like Ghost and Ray G. Like it just reminds me of like the Iron Mans and the Purple Tapes and the first Wu joint. Like the samples that's picked, you know what I'm saying? The skits, the wrestling skits make sense just from the standpoint of production to me and how an album needs to be cohesive. To me, this was probably one of the most cohesive projects. It's just like a thread, you know what I'm saying? It just weaves in for me. And this is from a guy that didn't check for look, I'm on record saying I had some weird ass analogy like I don't like Benny the Butcher, but if what did I say? Come on, I forgot what I said. I said I don't like Benny the Butcher, but if Griselda is a gumbo, he's the andouille sausage or some weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the context of maybe because what I was saying was that I don't like him on his own, but andouille sausage is key as far as like a fucking gumbo. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with this album, here I am looking goofy on camera. This is my number one, G. This joint is good to me. If I were to tell you about any songs that are on here, George Bando, $500 ounces with Freddie Gibbs. Check those joints out, man. The joint with Tyler, fire. The joint with Wale, fire. It's just a good sonic project for me. It's a ride, and I like rides. So, yeah.
That was definitely honorable mention for me to Pray for Paris.
Yeah, man.
West Side can get a little like for him having a lot of features for me personally is a good thing. Like because West Side, I think more than Benny and more than Conway can get a little redundant. But he is the architect. He's like when you were making Wu references.
Yeah.
West Side is the RZA of Griselda.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he definitely gets. And I read a write up. I think it was in Rolling Stone this year about West Side. And how he really didn't want to rap. Like,
Look. I can't tell you nothing that he talking about on this album, and it's my #1 album of the year, G. I can't tell you nothing, but sonically, it just makes sense to me.
It sounds good. It all sounds good.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
That's so.
But hold on. Let me before I go to Kamal, let me say one thing. If this list was all inclusive. My #1 album of the year would definitely shout out to Danny from Hip Hops. What Kind of Music? Time Mission, Yusef Days will be in my #1. Yes. #2 would be Karuja Band, Mordecai. I don't know if y'all rock with them. It's KHRU. They're like a.
That's Jerayll right there, G.
Jerayll, bro.
Yeah. I haven't heard, but I need to. It sounds like somebody needs to be in tune with.
I'm gonna link you, bro. I'm gonna link you.
Please do.
I'm gonna link you.
The band?
No. So, all praise due to Allah, the last song on Jay Electronica and Jay-Z's album.
Yes.
The sample from that joint, I see Texas in my phone that I never. That's their sample. From their 2018 joint, come El Migo or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Really?
But yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely.
Their vibe, for sure. Absolutely. All praise is due to Allah.
All praise is due.
Come on. Bring us home.
At #1. Jay Soleica.
Yeah.
For me, man, look, man. Hey, man, I'm a fan of Jay Electronica, but, a lot of people don't like that he had 2 songs. It was short. It's a cheat code because he got Jay-Z. But for me,
all that.
Going into it, I was pleasantly surprised that it was a gift. It's like a gift to the people. It's one of the most cohesive albums of the year to me. You know what I'm saying? I think he waited to have Jay on every track. I think I think that it is true to the concept of a written testimony. You know what I'm saying? I think that, it's thought-provoking. There's a lot of things, like Jay had a lot of jewels on here. Both of them, but Jay-Z had a lot of jewels on here. Jay Electronica has very cryptic, nomadic and like religious and, very upper echelon things he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? The man is rapping about chakras on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was pleasantly surprised. And every time I throw it on often. You know what I'm saying? I think it is very an important album to me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's an important album. I would love to see it win a Grammy. I would be very shocked if it were to win the Grammy. But I don't think it is. I actually think Alfredo might take it. Or Nas. I think
Nas is going to win.
I really do.
Nas is going to win.
I definitely think Nas is going to get it.
But for me, man, this album is very good, man. I really like the tone of it, just the tone of it. You know what I'm saying? The Never Ending Story, like sonically, so Jay Electronica in all of his projects, which is only like 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying? Like officially, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm disappointed with, let me get that out the way, my disappointment, is that it was short. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was short. But other than that, like, we waited 10 years for it to be this short. But I'm not mad at what it is. You know what I'm saying? And sonically, he's always had old newsreel samples in his music, and he has them in this one. And I thought that was very, it's very on par with what he does, and I thought it fit with the story that he was trying to tell. The Never Ending Story to me is so good because listen to what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had me looking up photic reflex. Like, I didn't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? He got me listening to different, looking up different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who Kiyama was, you know what I'm saying, until I looked it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this joint was like a history lesson in different things. You know what I'm saying? But with shout out to Alchemist. He on Alfredo and on this project.
Yeah.
Shout out Hit Boy too, because he produced on here as well. But the Never Ending Story is a very interesting track to me because I was just captured by, like, after listening to it for so long, I'm captured by the fact that in the song, there's a page turning like after both verses, there's a page turning. And then all the Dream said was, I tried to turn the page about a zillion times. That's all he says in the whole song. And I'm like, yo, this is such an interesting concept. You know what I'm saying? The never ending story. You know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. I tried to turn a page, and there's all these ideas throughout the entire album. You know what I'm saying? The Universal Soldier joint, the Shiny Suit Theory. Like, these are two songs on here you've heard years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. But I thought that, I haven't heard these songs in years. But I wasn't mad. I'm usually mad when them joints are on a new project. I'm like, come on, fam. Why you can't give us no new work?
So,
but hold on. But I'm like, yo, it fit with the concept of the album. Flux Capacitor, I thought was good. For me, Ezekiel's Will is one of
Ezekiel's Will Ezekiel's Will is a very good song.
He's very spiritual in his rapping. He's very
absolutely.
His voice commands attention in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His rhymes are always like very they're not surface. They're never surface.
He's very deeply rooted in Islam.
He's very deeply rooted in Islam, and
super.
And his words are always, he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's some other rappers like this, but it's like he's just going on top of a mountaintop and starts reading scriptures to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man is like, it's a very, and I don't want to use the word deep because that's not the word I'm looking for, but it's very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got texts in my phone that'll never ping again. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the last time, like, to say rhymes, to actually put in a song and say rhymes, like, sometimes I look at trees and wonder if they get sad when they see leaves fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, to even think about that and put it in, like, that's poetry. The man is spitting poetry on this whole joint. And I've heard people say, this wouldn't be nothing without Jay-Z. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay Electronica got to where he is because earlier in his career, he did very strong work. You know what I'm saying? And his work is always based in spirituality. You know what I'm saying? It's always based with ideas. You know what I'm saying? He's been talking about UFOs for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He's been talking about all this otherworldly stuff. But then, you know what I'm saying, he does talk about, You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm going to spit these verses and get real spiritual with you, but I'm not the one to back down, though. I can still give you that business. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed that dichotomy, and I really, really like this album. I really like more than this. This is the best album of 2020 to me. And if it won a Grammy, I would feel very satisfied and laugh at all you clowns that don't that think that the album is only good because Jay-Z is on it or anything, any excuse people give. You know what I'm saying? I really, really like this album.
Can I say something?
Oh.
I have so much of a love-hate relationship with this album. Because it is a dope album. But Kamal, you said something that I'm on the totally opposite end of what you think. You think he waited on Jay-Z so he could be on every song? I think it was Jay-Z like, nigga, you gonna put out an album.
Put out an album.
Even if I have to put out an every song, you're going to put out
You're going to drop an album. It's been 10 years. You're going to drop an album.
We've been waiting on you for a decade for you to come out with a group project, right? Regardless, the album is dope. I did listen to the album.
The album is good.
Project. That song, the last song that I got Texas on my phone that I never picked in. Dog.
Quadruple band. Yeah.
Dog, when I first heard that, especially given what, you know what I'm saying, like my brother passed last year, like that song really hit me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It really hit me. So and that song was in heavy rotation. That was like kind of like part of my healing process, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a quality project. But I can't really say it's a Jay Electronic album.
Here we go.
This is a Jay and Jay.
I agree.
This is a group album, man. Jay was on every song. So you can't, so that's why, like, as much as I like that album, I couldn't put it in my top 5 because it's just like we've been waiting for your album forever.
I thought that was a great gift. And
even
I was excited about that. I'm like, yo, Jay is on another one? Jay is here again? I thought that was
I'll say this. I'll say this. So I do agree. I don't think that this album comes out without Jay-Z. The reason why it wasn't there for me, I just think that some of the songs I wanted more from. I'm not gonna bash Jay Electronica. I do. The reason why I give him I won't say give him a pass because he doesn't owe me shit, right? I can't say that, but he's saying
Oscar right now.
No, because I can't. No, because I'm not gonna. He don't owe us nothing. But he said in his own raps, you know, sometimes I was held down from the gravity of my pen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Sometimes, you know, the reason why I didn't do this is because
he talks about that a lot.
Familiarity doesn't breed whatever, it breeds contempt. I think that he was holding himself back.
For sure.
And I think that without Jay, this just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen at all. But I think that a lot of the material, the reason why I didn't put it there is because I wanted more.
I disagree. Without Jay on it, it still sounds good.
No, that's not what we're saying. Good. No, we're saying without Jay, this album does not come out at all. You don't hear it.
Guess what? The world will never know.
No, we do, because Jay is on the album and he's telling us
you have ideas
I'm held down.
It came out, why it didn't come out. You have your theories. Guess what? The world will never know. And maybe so. Maybe we'll find out. These are the facts. It came out. Jay-Z is on it. You don't like it. Jerayll don't like it.
We don't like it. We ain't make those arguments at all. We did not say we do not like the album.
This is not a solo album.
This is the only album. Y'all ain't even had nothing to say about Drake. This is the only album that y'all feel like, ooh, you know what? I appreciate this because y'all really want to like it. I hear it. Y'all want to like it, but you.
No, you said clowns. We didn't say that. You said all you clowns, blah, blah, blah. That's what you said, not us.
I'm not talking about you two specifically. I'm talking
we took it personally because we drunk. So
right. Yeah, basically. You can't say things like that. But no, it's not that we don't like it. The album, we all both said that it's a quality project.
Yeah. Look, no. Go ahead, Jerayll. Go ahead. Do you think?
It's not a solo album. So for him to come out is like as a solo project, but to have basically for it to be a group album,
I feel you.
To me, it's just like I don't know. That just didn't sit well with me, honestly. And regardless,
Ghost of Soldier Slim is number 7 on my top songs of 2020. Just to say.
Is Cuban Links a solo album?
Oh, here we go.
Is Iron Man a solo album? I'm just saying.
But you know
what?
I'd
rather it said Jay Electronica featuring Jay-Z.
But to your point, on the cover of Cuban Links, it says featuring Ghostface Killah.
But it is his solo album, right?
But it says featuring. There is no featuring Jay-Z. None of that. There's nothing that tells you.
That is genius. I thought that was a gift to the people.
That was just like. So I went through the song. Oh, Jay-Z on this song. Oh, Jay-Z on this song. Damn, Jay-Z on this song too. Damn, he on this song.
To be fair to me,
on all the songs.
That wasn't my argument. Was that I wish there was more to some of the songs. You know what I'm saying? That was it wasn't that it's Jay and Jay.
I enjoyed it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna throw it on right after this joint, G.
Yeah.
Hey man, top 5 of the year, 2020. Another year down. BEERZ BARZ, my cup is empty, man. BEERZ BARZ. Happy New Year.
My bottle's definitely.
Let's welcome, get your stimulus check, spend that money in the black community.
We got 2 stacks now, that would be 3 stacks, but Andre 2000.
You got your 600 times your kids.
Right.
Or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I got 3 kids.
Get money.
Right.
What you say.
Only have 1 child, so but
yeah.
Hey man.
We'll see y'all next time, man.
2020. Happy New Year.
Merry New Year. Merry New Year.